Hello everyone, this is Shrike playing Demon Bluff because this game, while it made the rounds on YouTube around last year sometime, and it looked really good, but they didn't have a public demo. Well, now they have a public demo. I'll have a link in the description if you want to try it for yourself, and I would highly recommend it based on what I've previously seen. It's a very interesting, kind of like a social deduction game, but you're playing single player and trying to figure out who's evil, who's lying, and try and save all the villagers, kind of like Werewolf or Throne of Lies, or what was the other one? There's plenty of these kind of games, both in video game and game form, but this one is a little unique. It plays more like a puzzle game, I would say, but we'll see how it goes. Standard. Reach the final village and die as few times as you can along the way. Each village unlocks new, unique characters. So there is a bit of a roguelike progression to this, but I don't know if it's like permanent metagame progression or not. We'll have to find out as we go along. Obviously, I expect a lot of things have changed since last year as well. There is one evil among all characters. Find and kill it. This is your deck. These characters can be drawn and appear in your current game. So there's the Enlightened character, who learn if closest evil to me is clockwise or counterclockwise. So they'll say, the nearest evil is clockwise to me, and if they are really enlightened, I'll believe them and it'll be true. But if they were evil, they'll probably be lying. Anyways, learn equidistance if evils are at the same distance from me. So each of these characters is going to give us some bit of information that could be true or not, and we have to discern who is lying. Learn one good character, okay. Learn how many evil characters I am adjacent to. Learn how far from me is the nearest evil. Okay, an exact number. Confessor. I am evil or corrupt. If I am evil or corrupted, I say I'm dizzy, but otherwise there's nothing. And then this is a minion that is evil who lies and disguises. So probably pretends to, oh, more information. Here we go. Disguise. Pretends to be a different role. Real role is revealed when executed. Character info is false. Okay. Click anywhere to close or press tab to show hide the deck. Gotcha. You can click on cards to reveal their characters. This is character info. Use it to deduce who is evil. Most characters activate after reveal. Their evil characters will lie about their info, their role, and info. All right. So learn one good character. So I could use their ability right now. Can I? Start executing suspected evil characters. No, don't want to do that yet. Number one is good. Oh, so she's already saying it. Saying that number one is good. So if this person is telling the truth, then we could check out number one and see if they're true, then this is also true. And they would say that evil is clockwise. Oh, it even has a nice arrow. So it's 2 or 3. If this person's good and this person's good, then that means 5 is also good. Let's see if 5 agrees with them. They say they are good. I mean, there's no contradiction yet. Let's check out 2. This could be an evil person. 1 evil is adjacent to me. So everything is pointing currently to number 3 being the evil. Let's see what number 3 says. I am 2 cards away from the closest evil. That would require either 5 or 1 to be evil. But okay, let's say 1 is false. They are lying. If they were lying, then number 1 would also have to be evil, and we know there's only 1 evil, so that can't not be the case. Therefore, if this is true, then she's true. Then that means 5 is also true, and that means Hunter is lying because we know 5 and 1 are both real. So I'm going to execute. In this mode, you can kill suspected evil characters. Click dagger again to exit this mode. Okay, that's fine. I killed number 3. They were, in fact, evil. They were the minion. The village is safe. Fantastic. So you can see, and they're going to add more characters. Nice. But you can see how it's all a logic puzzle each and every time to try and deduce what could or could not be true. Well, they're a good character and its role, the medium. Okay. Pick 1 character. Learn if they're lying. The judge. Okay. So Let's start with number 1 this time. Lover. I am one evil adjacent to me. So let's check ones that are not adjacent to her first then. Let's do like number 4. The Judge. You can click on this character to activate it. So I don't want to do that yet, although I could see if the lover is telling the truth. We could also perhaps... Let's just reveal number 3. Let's see what happens. 5 is good. You say 5 is good. Let's see if 5 is in fact good. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. That would imply that either the Judge or number 6 is evil. 1 is implying that 6 would be the evil one. Let's see. There's only 1 evil person. So let's check out number 6, who's probably the evil. Number 6 is a real medium. He's telling him, he's saying he himself is safe. Let's see if he's lying. Number 6 is lying. I mean, okay. We've got 3 people that are all saying that number 6 is evil. If this guy was evil, he would still say he was lying. Number 6 was lying. Because he would want to paint him in a bad light. Because then 6 would be real, would be a villager, would be good. And therefore, yeah. So, Judge doesn't actually give us that much information there. It could still technically be the Judge, except then if it was the Judge, then the lover would be who's good, who's telling the truth, would be lying. So that cannot be the case. So I'm pretty sure it's number 4, and therefore we will go the closest. What? The closest evil is counterclockwise, not clockwise. Oh wait, no, that's correct. Wait. Yeah. I got myself confused. No, 6 is in fact the evil, who's beside this person, closest to him. Says 6 is lying and is counterclockwise. Okay, yes. So, sorry, Judge. New skill unlocked. Medium. Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? All right, we did in fact kill the medium or the minion after nearly confusing myself. I had everything right. I just ended up saying it wrong in the hypothetical. There's a wretch. I register as an evil minion to other characters. Oh boy. So we'll get everyone else that's even telling the truth will get fed misinformation. Learn 3 characters, only 1 is evil. There's still only 1 evil in our group. If we look at our whole deck, we can see these are the possibilities. So we still only have 1 evil character that could show up. But in this case, yeah, the wretch could be there. Okay, well, let's start with number 1. Lover. There are no evils adjacent to you. Okay, let's try number 2. Number 7 is good. If the lover is telling the truth in number 1, then that means number 2 is telling the truth. And 7 is also good, which they agree with each other that 7 is good. That also means 7's not a wretch. If it is a wretch, then we'd have a problem, but no. Okay. If it was a wretch, it would have showed up as evil to the gem crafter. And to the lover, actually, for that matter. So we got the Empress, who we are reasonably confident is good, because both the lover and the gem crafter agree with that. And there's only 1 evil, so they are both telling they can't both be lying, basically. So 2, we are pretty confident is true, is good. Number 4 or 6 could be evil. Let's check out number 3, who by process elimination would also be good. Number 3 is a real medium. Wow, you're just gonna tell yourself, huh? Well, that doesn't really give us any additional information. Let's go number 5. Closest evil is clockwise. That points to 6 being the evil one. So let's check out number 4. I am 1 card away from the closest evil. Hold on, let me check out the wretch here. He's... Well... That means 4 could easily be the evil one, actually. But if this is the wretch, that makes sense. Ah, it's the wretch. So she is getting wrong information. Wait, would that be equidistant then? Yes, it would. If number 4 was truly the evil one, then both of these would register as evil to her, and I get equidistance back. But I did not get equidistant back. So, Now the Empress, who I'm pretty sure is telling the truth, has narrowed it down. Oh, Number 6 is a wretch who appears as evil to her. That means 4 and 2 are actually both good, and I think 5 is the evil one. Since, wait. I mean, well, that's true. They didn't lie, and the thing has to lie. Because if this is true, I mean, what she said is true, and it implies the hunter is telling the truth, which implies number 3 is the evil one. But nobody else corroborates number 3. Actually, so yeah, the evil one is number 3. Everybody else makes sense. Yeah. And because of this, that guarantees Hunter is not evil, which means 3 is the only one. Yeah, all right, we're going to kill number 3. See, this feels so good. It's so clever. All evil characters have been executed. The Wretch is a great addition. Twin minion. I lie in disguise. Okay. So it's just another minion? Pick 3 characters. Learn how many of them are evil. Just how many, not which. And it's a targeted one. So let's see. It could be a minion or a twin minion. Doesn't seem to make a difference. It's just a higher chance. Oh, there's 2 evils. I see. So we have both of them. Okay, Empress. 1 is evil. 2, 3, or 7. I love the highlights as I hover over. It's very good. So you think one of those 3 is evil, but not 2 of them. Has to be exactly only 1. So let's reveal number 6. Judge. So I could check if the Empress is telling the truth, for instance, but let's go to number 5. Oh, the Wretch. No, now. It might not be a real wretch. The minions can still disguise themselves as a wretch, I'm pretty sure. So I'm 3 cards away from the closest evil. That would point to 7 being evil, or the Empress being evil and lying. One of the 2. All right. Well, 2, 3, or 7. Let's check out 3. The Jester. Oh boy. Closest enemies counterclockwise. That also points to 7 being the evil, or 1. 7 or 1 technically. What does 7 have? 3 is a real jester. Okay. I mean, that could be true. It could not be. So now I have to try and figure out. Let's go through the possibilities here. If the Empress is telling the truth, then we know only one of these 3 are evil. In the case that this Empress is good, if number 3 is good, then that means number 7 is good. Then that means number 3 is good, and 2 would be the evil one, and that would make them lying, almost certainly, because these 3 are all good. The closest evil would probably be the Wretch or the Hunter getting detected. And didn't say equidistance, so that path does kind of work out. I don't know which one would be the second evil. Oh, that would make the Hunter the second evil. Because then they're lying, because it would be the Enlightened and the Hunter. So that means 2 and 4 is a possibility of being the 2 evils. What I could do is use the Judge. I don't know if the Judge is truthful yet. He could be lying to me. I could also learn how many evils are here. So if I wanted to verify the Empress, I could, in theory, pick the same 3. And if it said only 1, then hey. If it said anything other than 1 evil, then the Empress would be lying. But it could just be per chance that they would be the same. But he has to lie if he's evil. So if there was only 1, he would say anything else. So that's a possibility. But let's say the Empress is lying and is evil. Then that would mean 7, 2, and 3. 2 of the 3 have to be evil. So let's see if that's true. 3 is a real jester would be a lot. Well, okay, let's assume he's the real human, the real good. Then that would make this good, and there wouldn't be 2 of the 3. So that would mean he'd have to be evil, and that would mean 3 would have to be evil. And then this would be good, who would then, in that case, wait, then there'd be 3 evils. That doesn't work. If you're evil, you'd say there's only 1 is evil. And you'd be... The Empress was evil. There could be 0 evil there. They could all be good. Well, shoot. Could they all be good? If they were all good, that would still track out. So I think Empress could be good or evil. Let's see. If you are human, if you're good, that means 7 or 1 is evil, or potentially both, I guess. I think I'm going to have to start using some abilities here. So I want to verify if the Empress is telling the truth. So I'm going to pick these 3. There are 0 evils, is what they just said. I was really hoping they were just going to say 1. Actually, no, that's good, because that means Empress is telling the truth. And the Jester just lied. I think the Jester is evil. And that means the medium's also evil? Let's judge the medium. 7's saying the truth. That means the Empress is evil. Okay, hold on. If 7's telling the truth, then 3 is telling the truth. And that means 2 is also... That all points to Empress being evil. Okay. That would make the Hunter... Oh, shoot. But what if... What if the Judge is the other evil one? But he wouldn't be lying then. He would... We can't have 3 evils, so... Oh boy, this is kind of tough. I'm pretty sure the Empress is evil. Which means these would all be good. And he confirms that they're all good. And this points to that being evil. That's fine. So they are all corroborating each other, which means the Judge is also safe. Which means it has to be the Hunter. Would be... But then he's not lying. The closest evil. Oh, the closest evil is the Wretch. He should be detecting. So, okay, there we go. They are in fact evil. Most killed characters reveal their true role. So then the Empress is the other one. Okay. I forgot about the Wretch. That was what I was missing. This guy was lying the whole time. I'm sorry if you're screaming at the screen at me. we got there in the end. Lose if you execute me. Okay. And so they're like a neutral that you kill them, then you lose. Knight, I can't die. So they're safe to target and accidentally potentially kill. All right. Oh, there's 8 things here now. They're an outcast. Okay. Gemcrafter, 8 is good. Well, let's test your theory. Oh, it's a Judge. Okay. That doesn't help a whole lot. 2. 1, 3, or 6 are evil. Let's try number 4 then. Lombard. Okay, it's the outcast. Suspicious. Possibly. It could also be evil, but if I am wrong about that, we kind of get screwed. What about you? Confessor, I am good. 7. 3 is a real medium. Okay. Let's see if 3 is a medium. 7 is a real medium. They're trying to protect each other. So you think 1, 3, or 6 are evil. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. If the gem crafter is telling the truth, then the judge is telling the truth. And I could figure out if someone else is lying or not. Okay. If the gemcaster is a liar, is evil, then they'd be covering for the judge, who would in fact be evil as well, and that would be R2. So one possibility is 1 and 8 are in cahoots. I think they're pretty much, yeah, they'd be in cahoots, which would make Empress validate 3 and 6, and 3 validates 7. Now, 6, if they were telling the truth, that'd be pointing to Judge and Gemcrafter. So, them being evil is a strong possibility. And the Confessor just saying they're good doesn't really come up in that case. So, I think I'm going to have to use the Judge on somebody very important. I shouldn't put the Judge on the Gemcrafter because I'm suspecting that... Actually, wait. If he says this person is lying, he has to lie. He doesn't have to cover for the other demon, the evil person. He just has to invert what is said. If he says they're telling the truth, that's not going to help. I should really do it on probably the Empress or the medium. If I do it on the medium, I cover both of these. Unless he's evil, of course. So the judge being potentially evil is a bit of a problem here. And the Bombardier doesn't actually give us any help here. Wait, I can apply marks to these guys? Ah, I see. So if I want to be like, they are potentially evil. What are the marks you get? Green, orange, red, and purple. Okay, well, if the Empress is lying, then none of those would be bad. If he's telling the truth, well, I think I'm going to do the Judge on the Empress. Saying the truth. If the Judge is good, he's telling the truth, and the Empress is also good, which would mean that does kind of point to... Actually, that would then say that the Gemcrafter is good, and that both mediums could be evil. If it was both mediums, that'd be kind of funny. I feel like no information on 5 is a problem. Other than, I need to know if 6 is... I should have done if 6 was telling the truth. Maybe. Okay, if the Judge is good, then the Empress and is good. And if they do that, then that means 1 is also good, and then the evil would be 3 or 6. I suspect it's both mediums at this point. If we consider the case where the Judge is lying, he's evil, then he would be saying... What he's saying is that 2 is telling the truth when 2 is also be lying. So it'd be 8 and 2 in cahoots. But then the Gemcrafter would be lying and we can't have 3 evils. Therefore, I'm thinking it's double mediums here. Let's try. Yep. It is actually double mediums. That is a scary thing to have set up like that. They were only pointing at each other and everybody else was suspecting them, so. Very good. Well, so far we've managed to logic our way through all of these. The Witch. You cannot reveal the last card. I lie in disguise. Scout. Learn how far a specific evil is to another closest evil. That is very specific. So here's the thing. If the Witch shows up... Oh, it is going to show up because it's 0 of 2. And we only have the Minion and the Witch. So that means I can only reveal 7 of the 8 cards. Well, we'll have to consider... Oh my gosh. 5, 6, or 8 are evil. Let's see 7, who's on either side of them. Oh, God, that's not useful. That is not useful. 4. 5 is good. And okay, this will be good information then. 4 is good. Oh, they're pointing at each other. Okay, I mean, that could be true. That doesn't help a whole lot. All right, what about 6? What do you say? Scout. Minion is 1 card away from closest evil. That means the evil cards are together if this person is good. If they're good, then 5 and 4 look very, very suspicious. Let's see what 8 is. A knight who can't die. So I can just test them easily. There's no penalty. They can't die. That is fantastic. So far, everything points to 5 and 4. I have 2 cards with the closest evil. That points to 8 or 4. If it is 8, I can test that easily just via killing. And I cannot reveal the last one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this theory. The knight, in fact, cannot die. So it's 4 and 5. Look at that. That validates the hunter. Boom! Again, the 2 evils are pointing at each other. The scout was actually super handy there. Really good. Holy. Okay. Some rounds go faster. Bah. Hide 1 outcast in the deck. Hide them in the deck? Ah, I see. So I can't see what they are. All right, well, let's go with number 1, Bombardier. That's not very helpful. Number 2, a knight. Well, that is somewhat useful. Is the witch still here? Yes, okay. I need some more information, please. 1 evil adjacent to you. Let's go with 7, judge. So I could see if that's true or not. 6, a medium. 2 is a real knight. That's not very helpful, actually. Well, actually, if I try and kill the knight, I won't be able to if they're real. And that would validate the medium being true. And that would point to 4 being evil. If the knight dies, then that means the medium is dead. So I don't really need to reveal 4 then. Hunter. I am 1 card away from the closest evil. That's suspicious. That is very suspicious. That would point to the judge. Well, here, I can test this very quickly. The knight is real. The medium is real. That means if I judge the medium and he says he's lying, then he is evil. And 4 is evil. 4 is a knight. Well, that's free. And this is free. Nice. Yeah. All right. Very good. Okay. New characters unlocked. I pick 1 character. If evil picked, executed. Ooh. That's a good one. That just straight up tests somebody. Unless it's a wretch. Then we'd kill the wretch by mistake, I think. Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. Okay. Ascension completed. Ascension level increase. Your score. Final score. 940. There is 1 evil among all characters. Find and kill it. Okay, so we're now in a harder difficulty. Who's starting with a wretch and a witch in our opening deck. Mediums, Empress, Lover, and Judge. Okay, that's not a bad opening deck. Judge, okay. We do have the witch though, so I can't reveal everything. The Lover is pointing to 3 and 1 being evil. If the judge, there's only 1 evil character. So if I judge her and he says it's true, then that means 3 is the evil. If he says she is lying, then the judge is probably the evil one. Would be my guess. But let's check number 3 first. Oh, shoot. Well, that's why we checked number 3 first. Well, because that detects as evil. So now these could both be true. Okay, what about number 5? Number 1 is a real judge. Okay, I mean, that's fine. It's looking like probably 4 and 6. Because the medium, if it was evil, would say that it was not the real judge. Number 1, 2, or 3 are evil. Well, we already knew that. That doesn't actually give me anything additional. I can't reveal 4. Oops. Well, everything's pointing to number 4 being evil, so this we already know is true. And if they were evil, then they would have said they would have had to lie. Look, I can corroborate these two together. And if I do that, then medium's safe and you're safe, and that means 4 has to be it. So, saying the truth. Yep. Okay. We killed the one we didn't even reveal. But alas, they were going to say that there were no evils adjacent to them, which would have made it very obvious they were lying because we knew the wretch was there. Nice. Okay. Poisoner. On one adjacent villager is corrupted if possible. I'm assuming corrupted means they will show up as evil. Learn how far I am from the closest corrupted character, the bard. Okay. There's going to be 2 evils, the poisoner and the witch. Okay. And we have a wretch. And if I actually look at this, corrupted. Corrupted characters lie and their abilities don't work. They keep their alignment. Oh, so other people still detect them as good, but it forces them to lie. Oh God, that's okay. Okay. I'm 2 cards away from the corrupted character. So that means 8 and 2 by proxy are not corrupted. They could be evil. I'm 3 cards away from closest evil. That would point to 7 being evil and 8 being corrupted. We have the witch still. Yes, that means I can't reveal everybody. Okay. Let me look at 4, who might also be, well, there's 2 evils, so Hunter could be lying. This is true. I mean, so could the bard, for that matter. So we need to get more information about this. Let's see what 5 has to say. A Slayer. Okay. If evil picked, execute it. Won't kill an evil person, I think. Or won't kill a good person, I should say. 1 evil adjacent to you. Okay, so that, again, that's pointing to 7 being evil and 8 being corrupted almost certainly. Let's check out 4. Which is 1 card away from the closest evil? Which? The closest evil. So what's 7? 7's a wretch. Okay, well, I mean, that seems likely. Now, here's the question. 2 cards away from the corrupted character. I don't think the wretch would be corrupted. I guess the wretch could be corrupted and just, they don't say anything, though, so. You gotta see what 3 says. Which is 3 cards away from the closest evil. Well, neither of these can be, they can't both be true. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's assume the lover's true. That means she's picking up the wretch as evil and the slayer as good. If she's lying, then that would mean the slayer is also evil, and it would be 6 and 5 paired together. Okay, let's say she's telling the truth then, because that's the only thing we can do. That means the slayer is telling the truth and is real. That would mean 2 is... Actually, 2 could be telling the truth because of the wretch. But if that's true, then that means... Oh, that implies 6 and 5 are evil. If he's telling the truth. No, it doesn't. Because they'd be equidistance away. If he's lying... 3 cards away from the closest evil. Because if that's true, then that clears the Slayer. It clears like everybody, more or less. So I don't think he can be telling the truth. Because if he's telling the truth, then the wretch would have to be the closest one. Actually, that's not necessarily true. If there are two that are exactly 3 apart from him, say 5 is evil, that would still not invalidate what he's saying. So that actually strongly points to 6 and 5 being evil. If that, okay, let's imagine 6 and 5 are evil. Oh, they could be corrupted, right? What does the bard say? You're saying 3 and 7 are corrupted. Or one of them is. It's unlikely to be the wretch. That would mean this guy is corrupted and therefore good, but I can't rely on his information. The witch is 1 card away from the closest evil. Don't know if that's true or not. Would that actually be useful to know? You know what? Let's test our hypothesis here. Will you potentially kill the lover? Is that going to be most useful to me? I feel like knowing where the corrupted character is would be the most useful, but I also want to just kill an evil to start with. If this guy's corrupted, then that would point to the Slayer being corrupted, which would make the lover also lying. So I think this code has to be real. True. And that means our 2 evils are beside each other. This is really pointing toward these 2 being evil. I couldn't kill 6. Now that... if this guy's evil, then it doesn't really help me, does it? All right, let's assume 6 and 5 are evil. Does everything else check out? And assume he's corrupted. That would make sense. This would make sense. This would make sense. I think everything points to them being evil. That was actually they were real. Okay. Which is, they have to be beside you. Well, they don't have to be beside you because this guy could be lying. 3 cards away from the nearest evil. Well, that means he's good. Don't have to kill him. And if he's good, okay, he's confirmed good, so let's mark him good. You're confirmed good. I mean, you are confirmed good technically. Which is 1 card away from closest evil. Well, it can't be number 3 then. I think number 3 is the corrupted one. Would be my guess. And actually, what if the bard is the evil one? No, because what? Is he corrupted? Is the hunter corrupted? The hunter is corrupted. I'd point to 3 or 1 being the poisoner. So I don't want to just YOLO kill something. He's saying that the closest evil was only the wretch. That can't be the case anymore. So I'm pretty sure he has to be evil or corrupted. I don't know which, though, is the problem. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. The corruption really just hurts me. Not being able to see 8 as well really sucks. 2 away from the corrupted character. Well, either way, I should not kill these guys. Okay. You are the witch. I thought you were going to be the poisoner. Wait, you were immediately wrong. 1 away from the closest evil. That means 3 is probably corrupted. And 2 is evil, the poisoner. Yeah, okay. Oh, we got there. We got one of them wrong. But, you know, it was for science. I could have trusted the Slayer. So, like, had the Slayer been, you know, say the witch, for instance, he wouldn't have been able to kill because Actually, no. Would his ability still work if he's evil? But surely he doesn't get the ability of the person you're disguised as, right? So that's where I'd expect it to always fail. So I need to come up with strategy that gets around that next time. Pick 2 characters. Learn if any of them is evil. Okay. Learn that 1 out of 2 characters is a specific minion role. That sounds very powerful. All right, so what are our evils? Poisoner and minion this time. Okay, that's nice. Although the corruption is still a little bit difficult. Confessor. I'm good. Could go either way. Who can say? Let's go with number 2. Slayer. Well, I could test the Confessor, but I wouldn't give me any additional information on top of that. So let's check number 3. The Knight. Well, I can test them if they're good or not. For free. Number 4. Number 2 is a real Slayer. Okay, I mean, if we ever test the Slayer out, then we can find out, we can have them collaborate with each other. Another Slayer. Well, one of the Slayers is probably not real. Probably. Oh yeah, maybe there can only be one of each villager. I guess that's true, because it's a deck of cards. There's only one of each. So I didn't consider that last time. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. I mean, that could be 5 and 7 being evil. Let's see 7. It's a judge. Okay. Well, either 2 or 5 are evil. And I would suspect it is 7. So let's do this. Couldn't kill 7. I mean, 7's probably good. Because the medium, number 4, is saying that number 2 is good. So far, everything points to 5 being evil. But if 5 is evil, then the Knight might be evil. They are not evil. If 5 is evil, the minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil. If 5 is the closest evil, that's the Knight, which isn't, and the Judge, which, I mean, maybe is. Maybe. But does this Slayer, who we think is good, couldn't kill this Judge? Is there any world where 6 is evil? Because what he's saying isn't really adding up with what my possibilities are. So it could be 5 and 6. There's a possibility. I mean, I suspected that as much, but damn, I did this kind of poorly. Nope. This character's corrupted. Oh, wow. Corrupted character lies and abilities do not work. Ah, I forgot about the corrupted character. That means it could actually be 4 and 2 in this case. Actually, it has to be 2. Which means it has to be 4. Okay. It all makes sense now. I knew it had to be 2 or 5 because they were both the Slayer, supposedly. This one ended up being real, but they were corrupted, so I knew it had to be 6 or 4 as the evil one. The Scout is saying that the minion was 2 away from the closest evil, so if 4 was evil, then it would have to be 2. Plus, we already suspected 2 because this was, well, actually, we already knew it was 2. Then it had to be 8 or 4. Did I? But we knew 4 had to be evil because he was corrupted, and it straight up told me they were corrupted. So yeah, it was 100%. There was no risk in there. Plague Doctor. Game start. 1 good villager is corrupted. Pick 1 character. If it's corrupted, learn an evil character. Oh, so if I can identify the corrupted character, I can also learn an evil character. Neat. And they are neutral. I don't know if they can ever be disguised as. I have not seen that yet. So that could be a surprise if they do disguise themselves as like a plague doctor. Villagers within range 2 from me are cured from corruption. Learn how many corruptions were around me. It cannot be corrupted. Okay. Ooh. Okay. We got 2 evils. A poisoner and Ba, who hides one outcast in the deck. So there's one character I don't know. Alchemist. There was 1 corruption around him. So he says he cleansed 7 or 2. 3, 5, or 6. 1 is evil. We don't have the witch anymore, right? No. So I get to reveal everything, so that's nice to know. Let's see what 2 was. 2 evils adjacent to me. Well, you're looking pretty evil right now, I will say. Which would mean 3 would probably also be the other evil. Actually, no, 3 would probably be good then, if that's the case. Ah, well, he doesn't come up as evil, so you're looking very, very evil, Miss Lover. Number 2 is probably evil. Because they were cleansed of corruption, so they shouldn't be lying anymore. So that means it's 5 or 6 that's the evil one. 1 evil adjacent to you. 2 or 6 is a poisoner. Well, that's immediately wrong. So I think it's... Since this guy cleansed 1 corruption, I don't think there's any others. Well, let's... Oh, the Plague Doctor would have caused a corruption. And the Poisoner would have caused a corruption. So there's 1 more corruption around somewhere, actually. Ba is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Okay, we have a lot of information here. We need to start considering our options. So, this... If you were corrupted, you would have been cleansed of your corruption. Therefore, you must be evil. I'm just going to do it. You're the poisoner. And you cannot corrupt the alchemist. Can't be corrupted. And if it's corrupted, learn an evil character. This guy could be corrupted. I guess he has to be corrupted, so I can't really make use of him here. This guy's saying Ba is 2 away from the closest evil. If that's true, that implies himself, which he wouldn't say. And 7. So that means I'm suspecting he's telling the truth. And that would mean Empress is telling the truth. Which is pointing to number 5 being... Wait a minute. Number 5 was right. So I think... Is it 6 that's wrong? I'm scared of using... Oh, actually... No, it can't be the corrupted one. I'm assuming the Plague Doctor can still be corrupted. It doesn't say he can't. Can he pick himself? No, he can't. Okay. Well... Although the Plague Doctor does corrupt someone randomly, so... So number 6 was not corrupted. But if he's corrupted, then he... I don't know how... I don't think he can be corrupted. It means 6 could still be evil. I think 6 is almost certainly... Actually, if 6 is evil, then... Hold on. You'd be lying. The scout would be lying. Six is not corrupted, though. This is starting to point towards 7 being the evil one. I think it is 7. It is 7. Okay. Ah. Damn, this game's good. Chancellor. 1 villager becomes an outcast role. I sit next to it. I lie in disguise. Oh, gosh. Okay. So now if we see an outcast role, there's a higher probability of the evil being beside him. I disguise as a good villager currently in play. Doppelganger. Okay, so if there's 2 of the same, then we will know. Also, we still have someone hidden. Because we have Ba. Okay. Very well. Number 1. Okay, that's an outcast, which is technically in the deck, so it's fine. No one was corrupted around him within range 2. I mean, that seems reasonable. There's no plague doctor. There's no poisoner. So that really doesn't help us much. Yeah. That means he's probably good, at the very least. Because he would have lied and said there was corrupted ones beside him if he was evil. So he's good. Okay. No, that's helpful. There's a knight, which is pretty safe. No evils adjacent to you, huh? Okay. Closest evil is clockwise. This is looking like a pretty core good area. I can not kill the knight. The knight is good. That is implying if the enlightened is good, then the lover can't be evil. If the enlightened is evil, then the lover would also have to be evil. So they're kind of paired together. I think that's about all I can get out of that. Hunter. I am one card away from the closest evil. So far that is pointing towards 7 as being evil. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Okay. It's looking like it's 6 or 7 as being the evil one. But not both. One card away from the closest evil. I mean, it could also technically still be 5. But then it'd have to be 5 and 4 in that case. So it's 5 and 4 is being evil. If 7 is evil, then that would make these ones good. If 5 is evil, that would have to make... I don't think 5 can be evil in that case. It's too many around. It'd have to be the closest evil would have to be way up here 5. Oh no, that's not true, because if 5 is evil, 4 is evil. So he would still be lying. That works. If 6 is evil, then that would make 7 and 5, and therefore 4 all true. I need something to be able to test 6. 1 is good. I mean, that doesn't help much. 4 or 8 is a chancellor. Now, here's the thing. There's only one outcast. The alchemist could be the chancellor. Could also be the oracle. Neither of these can be the chancellor. Well, I think that points to 9 being the chancellor. Yup. Okay. That means I have to figure out, with not much information here. Well, if I test 5, you know, everything is pointing to 6 being evil. Okay. That was a pretty safe bet. Oh, you're the doppelganger. I see. I didn't even consider that. The doppelganger's not evil. I forgot you can only have one enlightened. That's interesting. Hold on, let me read the doppelganger. Do you actually... Disguise is a good player and currently play. But they don't necessarily have to tell the... Well, they tell the truth because they're good, but... Interesting. That is... Ooh, that's a spicy one. Okay. Let's go to the next village. Drunk. I disguise as a random not in play villager. I am corrupted and I lie. I cannot be cured. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, but they're technically not evil. Interesting. Pick 3 characters, learn 1 random outcast among them, if any. The druid. Dude, there's so many outcasts now. Okay, actually, our deck completely changed, so... We got the Slayer, Judge, Knight, Enlightened, Alchemist, Bard. Something's hidden. Oh, there's 3 evils. And a wretch who's gonna jump as evil. And a plague doctor who will corrupt somebody. And I guess the other outcast is the one they just revealed, probably. Oh, God. All right, 1. It's a knight. You are, in fact, a knight. You're a good. Confirmed. The Slayer. All right. Number 3 is a wretch. Wretch is evil, so this guy, if I tried to kill him with the Slayer, would just kill the wretch. Plague Doctor. Oh, God. Okay. 5. Closest evil is clockwise, which is implying... Uh-oh. It would have to be number 6 is evil then. There are no corrupted characters. Oh, immediately wrong unless all the corrupted characters happen to be near the alchemist. But this is pointing toward 6 being evil. So 5 or 6 are evil because the wretch should register as evil to her. And if 7 was evil, then she'd give equidistant, and she did not. Let's check out 7. 7's a knight. They are a knight. What? I can't kill them. Okay, duplicates can show up, apparently. That's still showing the... Oh, she could be corrupted. She could just be lying because she's corrupted. Oh, look at that. Number 5 is corrupted. Not anymore. Wait, doesn't that cleanse them? No, it's just if it is... Okay, you're corrupted, so I can ignore you. The closest evil to you is here. 8 is evil. 8 is evil. It was the alchemist. They were pretending to be an alchemist. Oh, they're not evil. What? No one was corrupted around me. No. What? Closest evil is counterclockwise. How? That means the bard is evil? No. Oh my gosh, I was believing all of the evils. Every single evil. Damn. The Chancellor got me. I didn't even consider there would be the Chancellor near the newt. He actually disguised himself as a newt. As a neutral. An outcast. Sorry, I use newt as like neutral because that's what Throne of Lies had. And back in the day, before Throne of Lies shit the bed, I played a lot of that game. Okay, so the evils can disguise themselves as outcasts. That's what screwed us over. I did not consider that possibility. There was a doppelganger here. Oh, doppelganger the knight. So doppelganger does in fact get their abilities straight up. Interesting. Closest evil is clockwise. Dude, I can't believe... Oh, I should have thought about this. One was corrupted. How was it? Oh, because the Plague Doctor wasn't real. So there was no corrupted character. I see. Lose 1 heart. On last heart, lose current score and restart the run. Oh, I get to keep trying. Okay. Although, oh, double twin minions and Ba. Okay, that's considerably easier than previous, I would say. RNG is much... There are 2 minions and 1 demon. I've got 4 hearts. Okay, I get 4 tries. That's very kind. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them are evil. Okay. Number 2, a judge. Okay. So, 2 judges, huh? 2 judges. Wow. That is suspicious. There is only 1 pair of evil. What? Learn how many evils are adjacent to each other. It is possible judges are evil too. That's interesting. The wretch. Okay. 1 or 3 is a twin minion. Maybe. I can test both judges by having them both test the same person. Then we'd just be at the mercy of if both were the same. Both were evil. Closest evil is counterclockwise. That would imply 8 and 9 are good. If they are in fact the same. I am dizzy. If I am evil or corrupted, I am dizzy. I don't think there's any corruption going on here. Closest evil is counterclockwise. I mean, if that's true, this is evil. And this is evil. Who would the third evil be? Potentially 1 or 3? I don't know if any of them's evil. Let's judge you. 6 is saying the truth. So then I can... There's only one pair of evil. That implies 8 and 7 are in fact the evil pair. And then I just have to figure out if she thinks you, and you. Oh, shit. 2 or 9 are not evil. I mean, that tracks is what I was expecting. So I think she's good, and I think this judge is wrong. So you should say that he's lying, which means you are evil. And you are evil, and you are evil. Yeah, all evil characters have been executed. Not too bad. Puka. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted, if possible. I lie in disguise. Corrupts both adjacent to them. There's 2 evils. Okay. Scout. Puka is 1 card away from the closest evil. Judge. Plague Doctor. Oh yeah, I gotta check. Okay, there's the Witch. Cannot reveal the last card. That's a bit of a pain. There is a Plague Doctor, evidently. Ooh. I think can still be corrupted, unfortunately. Puka's 1 card. Okay, I haven't gotten like any direct information here. Let's go 4. Closest evil is counterclockwise. That is implying that is probably that 5 would be good. 2 is a real judge. That's true. Then he would be true. And it would be pointing to the scout or like number 9 potentially being evil. Check number 6. I am good. If the enlightened is telling the truth, then 6 would be good, and it's either 1 or 9 that are probably evil. If the enlightened is evil, then that implies confessor or medium are evil. Okay. Knitter. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay, I mean, that seems like a pretty likely guess. There's also going to be lots of corrupted lying information, so... Oh, God. Okay, well. I don't really have much safety to do here. I could check and see if someone's corrupted. But I don't have the greatest information right now. Because there's at least 3 people. Well, there's potentially up to 3 people corrupted. And 2 people lying. So what am I supposed to believe? I don't. Okay, what will give us the most information possible? I can't reveal the last card. Enlightened? Knowing if they're telling the truth or not would really narrow down who can be who. It would also tell us if they're corrupted. They're not corrupted, but they could be evil. Let's check if they are lying. 4 is apparently lying. If I kill 4 and they're good, then that means number 2 was evil or corrupted. Oh shit. I don't know. I might have to take some guesses here. I could do the Slayer on 2. They were evil. Okay. Okay. That means 1 is corrupted, so I can't trust them. And it looks like number 4 was correct. And number 2 is also good. Good and probably good. 2 was a real judge is a lie, which means they could be corrupted though. Oh crap, they could be corrupted. Evils are not adjacent to each other. I mean, that seems true thus far. I don't know what 9 is. 5 is the only one that I can verify as indeed a lie. Wasn't them. I only get one more try now. Oh, I'm a fool. They had to be good because the enlightened is good. That means the confessor's good. Otherwise, it would have said equidistance. You're corrupted. And you're the same distance as the knitter. Wait, that doesn't really matter. Evil's not adjacent. I'm going to assume that's true. I think it's 9. It is 9. Okay. Okay. Almost screwed that up horribly. Well, I kind of screwed up a little bit. I'm getting slightly less score, but that's okay. New characters unlocked. The Baker. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Learn which villager I was. When a random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Turn someone else into a baker that hasn't been revealed. And learn which villager they were? What? Learn which side of the circle is more evil. Okay. They're equal. Both sides are equal. Okay. Mission completed. Wow. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this, please do leave a like and subscribe. I'm definitely going to play more of this because this game is awesome, but I'm trying to do slightly shorter videos this time around just to kind of see how the YouTube algorithm likes that and how you guys like it. So subscribe. I do upload every single day a new video. I play lots of roguelikes or roguelites, strategy games, tactics games, deck builders, puzzly games like this. And if you like that, well, you might like my channel. So I will see you guys then.